Alright, this is a tutorial on how to subtract across zeros using a different strategy called numbered discs. So when you're subtracting across zeros, for example, 500 minus 89, you want to do the same thing on your place value chart. So I'm going to draw my place value chart on the side of my whiteboard, and I have my hundreds place, my tens place, and my ones place. However, when I'm doing a numbered disc strategy, I draw disc-like shapes in my place value chart. So in the hundreds place, each disc stands for 100, and I can write 100 in each disc. Now when I'm looking at the number 500, I don't have any tens to draw in my tens place, and I don't have any ones to draw in my ones place. So now I'm going to get ready to subtract 89 from 500. So as I'm looking at it, I know that I have to take 9 away from 0, but I can't do that. So what I have to do is go to the next place value and see if I can take from that. So I'm looking at the tens place, which is the next place after the ones place, and I can't take anything away from the tens place because the number is 0. So now I have to go all the way to the hundreds place and take 1 away from the hundreds place. So I'm going to show you first on the super smart second grader way. I crossed out the 5, I took 1 away, and now I made this number 4 hundreds, 10 tens, and 0 ones. So what I'm going to do is go over to my place value chart, take one of my numbered discs, and transfer it over to the tens place. When I transfer the number disc over to the tens place, it turns into 10 number discs that each represent the number 10. So now I go back and look at the super smart second grader formula. And I notice that I can't take 9 away from 0 yet. But I do know that I can go back to the tens place, and now with 10 tens, I can take 1 away. So I'm going to circle 1 10 disc and bring it to the ones place. So now I have 9 tens, so I'm going to change that on my super smart second grader formula, and bring 1 over to the ones place so that I have 10 ones. And each disc that's in the ones place is represented by the number 1. So now, looking at both the place value chart and the super smart second grader formula, I know that I can subtract 9 from 10. So because I'm using a whiteboard, I'm just going to erase 9 ones. And when I subtract 9 from 10, I'm left with 1 in the ones place. Now I can look at the tens place, and I know that I have to take 8 away from the 9 that I have left in the tens place. So I'm just going to erase 8 of my tens. I'm left with 1 10 in my tens place. So I draw 1 in the ones place on my super smart second grader problem. Now I go to the hundreds place and I notice I had to take one away before, so I'm left with 4 in the hundreds place. I notice that the number 89 has 0 hundreds, so I don't have to take any away. So I can just look at this problem and say 4 minus 0 equals 4. So going back, I know that 500 minus 89 is equal to 411. Just to check my answer, I'm going to take the answer that I got, 411. I'm going to put that at the top of my addition problem, and then I'm going to add 89 to it so I can check my work. I know that 1 plus 9 is equal to 10, and when I regroup 10 ones, I get 0 ones and 1 10. Then I'm going to look at the tens place. When I look at the tens place, I know that 1 and 1 make 2, so 2 plus 8 is also equal to 10. When I have 10 tens, I know that is equal to 1 in the hundreds place and 0 tens. Then I'm going to add the hundreds. 100 plus 400 is equal to 500. So I take a look back at my problem. I have 411, 411, 89, 89, 500, and 500. So I know that 411 was the correct answer.